Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. Today we're going to be installing my 1300 Injector Dynamics. Huge shout out to Vivid Racing. Yeah, they hooked me up with these PMP adapters and the injectors for a solid price if you guys end up needing any car parts or anything. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to be pulling out the back seat of the car. Of that seat, so right here there's this little pull tab. If you pull that out, you can literally just lift up that back seat. The back seat comes on over, so we're gonna push that over, and then we're gonna take a screwdriver and we're gonna turn these. What we're doing is we're gonna try and release the fuel pressure. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but we'll have Wyatt bring his light in over here. So this is in there. We're gonna end up undoing both of these sensors so we can start the car to release that fuel pressure. So now you are safe to go ahead and try and start the car. It won't start. It'll just sit there and crank. So you'll give it you let it just do it a couple times. And that ensures that there is no fuel left in the fuel rail or fuel pressure. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go ahead and start pulling these off and unbolting the sensors. So go ahead and get these off and then unbolt your cover. There's a bolt here, a bolt here, a bolt there, and a bolt there. So get that all unbolted and these unbolted, and they'll be back. While it's finishing up with that cover, make sure to also remove your battery so that you don't have any electricity or anything running through the fuel system or anything like that. And so we're getting this off and then we'll move on. Next, we're going to go around and take these bolts off that are attached to the manifold, and then we're going to disconnect the sensors from the throttle bodies. And then there's this hose that's attached on the back over here that we'll also have to take off. And then right here, you'll pry this in that black hole with a flathead screwdriver, and then those will come right off, and then we'll be good to take this off. All right, so we got the sensors off, we got the stuff off the back of the motor. Now there are these 10 millimeters that line this intake manifold. So I got Wyatt taken off right now. And then we're going to go ahead and lift that up, and make sure that you get these bolts out before you lift up the intake manifold, because you don't want to drop any bolts in the cylinder. Guys, the crew came to say what's up. So we went ahead and got the manifold off, and so make sure to tuck rags in here so you don't drop bolts into those cylinders I was talking about. And then on these fuel rails, it's held on by 4 10-millimeter bolts. So there's one on this side, and it just curves around, so it just pops up. Ooh. That was actually so dope. Try it again. Moving this hose on the end of this just so that we can swing it around, so that we can just get it around that fuel line. Okay guys, so here is the fuel rail. So there's going to be the injector sensors, which are right here, that plug up here. We took that off to get more room so we could get more leverage. And then these are going to be the fuel injectors, and so we're going to unplug one at a time and plug back in the new ones. These are the Injector Dynamic 1300s. So with that PMP sensor will just go right in there, and then it'll plug directly into the harness. So with these, they'll have these metal clips. You don't have to put these back on, and make sure the O-rings come out with the injector. So if you're missing an O-ring on the injector, it's still in there and it's not going to seat properly. That, and then we've got all of these put in. So these PMP harnesses are just going to tuck up under there, so you have a lot more wires than you normally do. As long as you tuck it in there, you'll be completely fine. So they're all pushed on there, and so when you guys are torquing it down, it's 7 foot-pounds, and make sure to do a zigzag motion. And then once you get them all torqued down at 7 pounds, then it's 16 pounds. So the Wyatt saved the day. Guys, so we got that all put back on and got that all torqued down, and now we're gonna start putting on the intake manifold. And after we put on the intake manifold, we'll put this hose back on. And go hook in your battery, and you can hook back up your fuel pump. Don't forget to hook up your fuel pump. Then you'll think you have a problem. But make sure to tighten these all up. And I'm gonna be putting this on the Cobb Stage 3 tune. We're gonna get rid of the gas, and then we're gonna just change to the 340 AEM fuel pump. So that'll be in the next video. So guys, we got it all bolted back up, so we're gonna go and take it on a test drive.
All right, everybody. So we just finished up the 1300cc injectors. Got Jaden chilling in there. Uploaded the Stage 3 tune. So she's ready to rip. car, going for a little cruise, and we're gonna get on it pretty soon since we just finished up most of the work. All we really have left is just some fuel pumps and then the main tune on her. But she rips.
She does. It flies.
And it sounds so good.
So we just took it on a test drive. Everything is working amazing. So we're going back to my house and put that cover on. Go ahead and like and subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.